Hey there, viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Legacy Evolution Hotshot. So, yeah, it seems like we're on a Legacy Evolution now, which is pretty much just Legacy Wave 4. It's not like a new toy line. But still, I'm quite excited to see what Evolution gives us, because we do have a few leaks for some figures that haven't been officially revealed yet as of the time of recording, like animated Prowl, motorcycle Junkion, I think Crosscut, Prime Skyquake. So yeah, quite excited for those. But well, for this guy, well, taking a look at the box, well, it seems like the evolution boxes are going to be blue instead of purple. And if we bring in the box for Breakdown, who's releasing the same wave, we can see that Breakdown's box is still purple. Probably because, well, they wanted Breakdown's box to fit the other Stunticons or something. I don't know, but this gives us a quick comparison. So the evolution boxes are going to be blue. The year 1 legacy boxes were purple. See that the side art is different. The back is sort of different because there's a new gimmick, which I'll get to soon. The side is pretty much still the same, but yeah. Now, actually focusing on Hotshot's box here. Well, of course, we've got the no window thing, and in fact, when the box was first shown, they actually were going to put Hotshot behind this plastic thing, but I think they probably scrapped that idea, because when I got Hotshot, he was still in front of this cardboard thing. I don't know. But anyways, we got a picture of Hotshot in his car mode. Armada Universe Hotshot. The side, we've got a picture of Hotshot with his gun and his, well, we'll get to that later. Picture of his face. The side, we've got some new artwork here. So we've got a picture of Hotshot here. Laser Optimus Prime, which we have reviewed. Pretty sure that's meant to be the Decepticon Nemesis, the Junkion ship from the jaAm movie. Half of Armada Optimus Prime. I'm pretty sure that's meant to be like Tarn. Some Insecticons, we've got Kickback, which we have reviewed. Bombshell and Shrapnel, which, as of the time of recording, haven't been revealed yet. Junkion, and even says plastic-free packaging, which they're trying to do now. So yeah, that's really cool. The back, we've got them in both modes, and it advertises this new Evo Fusion, which is pretty much just his old gimmick from Armada, where you could flip up the back tires and it forms a cannon. I mean, sure, why not? But that's pretty much it for the packaging. And while taking a look at the figure, just like with Starscream in my previous review, this is quite a faithful update to the original. I mean, he's got all the stuff that Hotshot had, like the ports for the engine gun, which he does have, the spoiler with the Autobahn insignia, the Minicom ports, which Starscream doesn't even have. Unfortunately, this guy does not come with Jolt, and I couldn't find my Jolt, so, but he can't fit in there, so you can still do like the little whirlwind mold if you still have like the old Jolt. Now, one thing I noticed, of course, most of this is yellow plastic. Well, the windshield is just painted yellow, so it sort of creates a color mismatch. You know what other figure does that? Airfry's Sunstreaker. And everyone complained about that when this figure came out. Although I'm not seeing people talk about that with this figure. It's probably not really noticeable on camera. It's noticeable with Sunstreaker, but it's not really noticeable with Hotshot. It's probably because this is like a different shade of yellow. But yeah, it's not really noticeable on camera, but it's definitely noticeable in person. Although not to the same level with Sunstreaker. I'll give you a few seconds to see if you notice that. So, like, yeah, can you notice the color mismatch? Anyway, other than that, I think the car mode looks really good. So, yeah. I mean, he's missing, like, the red on the wheels from the original figure, but other than that, I quite like how this looks. Now, for accessories, of course, we've got the engine block gun, based on the original. And just like the original, you can plug it right into the front. Unfortunately, the chainsaw front gimmick isn't there, but you can still sort of replicate it if you just flip out the front. Although, unfortunately, the chainsaws aren't really molded in anymore, but you can still sort of pretend the gimmick's there. So, yeah, you can still sort of fake the gimmick if you want. And yeah, even though Jolts isn't included, if you have like the original Armada Jolty or even Universe Jolty, you can still plug them into there. But yeah, my old Jolt's in storage in a bag somewhere, so I didn't have time to get them out. But I did get my old Hotshot out of storage, so we can do a comparison. Why I didn't do that with Skywarp and the Starscream review, I don't know. I think it's just because like he was buried deep in the bag. But anyway, comparing these two, let's just get the gun off because I didn't get the gun for this guy out of storage. Well, these two do look quite similar, although there are some differences. Like, the red on the front bumper is gone. The red on the wheels is gone. The Minicom ports on the side spoilers are replaced with combat ports. Pretty much most of the red is gone. Although there's now some added red for the joint here for the gimmick later on. Well, they did remember the detail here for, I guess, the sunroof. Plus, the Autobot insignia on the spoiler here looks much better in my opinion. Because here, it was just like a solid block of red for the Autobot insignia. Well, the eyes weren't painted, but here, it looks much better. Although it's just a tampographed piece and not a molded in one. Plus, this is a bit smaller. Well, this is like, what, 25 pounds? This was probably like, what, a tenner back in the day? I don't know. It's like a 20-year gap, so... And yeah, this is like still bigger. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the vehicle mode. I guess we can still like see if the gun takes blast effects though. Well, it can, but oh yeah, there we go. So yeah, it can take blast effects. Can we plug it? Can we plug it in while the blast effects are on? Yes, we can. So yeah, there we go. That's pretty cool. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the vehicle modes. And one last thing. Yes, this can plug into the original figure, although it doesn't activate the chainsaw gimmick. You have to flip that out manually. But yeah, let's just get onto the transformation. So, to get this guy transformed, it's sort of similar to the original in some places, but sort of different in others. So, just gonna tilt the camera up as always. So to start, I'm gonna do something that's on the original. Flip these panels around. Next, we're going to untab the windshield. Just untab all this. Untab the front of the car as well. But you're gonna want to untab it like this, so like move it down to untab it. Like so. Get the back down and out the way like so. Extend all this out, move that to the side. Get these out the way like so. Rotate the waist around. Flip around the feet. Rotate the windshield around. Like so. Rotate the arms around. Open up the chest. Flip the head around. Close this up. Move all this to the back. Get the spoiler up. And these just clip into place. Like so. And here we've got hotshot and robot modes. So yeah, sort of different from the original. Like the arms no longer have the windshield attached to them. The windshield's now on the legs. Like the back of the car is now a backpack, where the spoiler now sort of migrates to the shoulders. In fact, he now actually has shoulders. So yeah. Now having a 360 of this guy, of course, it's got like the ports everywhere. In fact, like the ports where the gun attached onto become like the leg ports, for example. The back, well, I mean, he does have a bit of a kibble on the legs, unfortunately, but oh well. Looking at the head, of course, that's definitely Hotshot's head. It's even got the familiar visor, which if you want you can actually flip down, which is more intended for his Evo Fusion gimmick, which we'll get to soon. But it's so nice how they kept that. I think the Universe figure also did that. Now, giving him his gun. Now, if I remember, the original couldn't even hold his gun. You just had to like plug it into his chest, plug it into the shoulders, or just plug it onto his arse. But here, he can actually hold it as a gun, which is definitely an improvement in my opinion. So yeah. And of course, as I showed, that, well, if I can actually find the blast effects, they are blast effect compatible. Well, can't find them right now, but they are actually blast effect compatible. Oh, they were right by me this whole time. Of course, I'm an absolute dumbass, but well, you get my point. And we might as well just show this off right now. If you remember the original Hot Shot, which I've got here, we'll do the comparison later on, but you would plug in Jolt, and that would flip up the wheel. I'm trying to show this fully on camera, but you'd plug in a Mini-Con, that would flip up the wheel, and then you'd flip, and then you'd move the Mini-Con up. This is probably going to shoot the missile at the camera, but, well, it shot my arm, but it would move the wheel this way, and then it'd shoot the missile. Well, the Legacy version still sort of does that, although, of course, it doesn't need a Mini-Con. So you just do it manually this time. So you just take the wheel, move it up, and then you just spin it around manually. And then the instructions also say to move the visor down. And yeah, of course, there's no missile this time. It's like Starscream's missile launcher gimmick in Legacy. There's no missiles this time. However, instead, you can plug in a blast effect, which I think is definitely a bigger improvement. And the fact that they actually kept this gimmick is just amazing, because the Universe version did not do this gimmick. I mean, seriously, like, in fact, let's try and do like one of the bigger blast effects made up of multiple parts. See how that works out. This might not work, but let's give it a shot. Oh, there we go. That looks amazing. Now you can see why he's got the visor. And I actually sort of recommend turning it like this way and then moving it down. I know like the original figure had it this way, but yeah, then you can't really transform it into car mode again. So it's better to do it this way. But yeah, that's really cool. And I do hope, like, when they do future Armada figures in Legacy, that they still do the gimmicks, like Sideswipe. If they ever do make them in Legacy, which hopefully they don't, like they do like the car mode's grabbing gimmick, or Smokescreen's crane arm into a gun gimmick, or even Thrust's like spinning wing gimmick. It's just so cool. And well, for comparison, here he is with the original Armada hotshot. So you can just see how they look together. And yeah, this guy's a bit smaller. Sort of a bit thinner too, it looks like. Although, to be fair, this guy is sort of wider. Like, his hips are a bit wider, his shoulders are a bit wider. But well, like, this guy's got more of a backpack going on. It's got more leg kibble. But yeah. At least this guy can actually move his shoulders. And that brings us to the articulation. So his head can go side to side. That's pretty much it. His shoulders can actually move. Take that 2003. Of course, he can T-pose. It's got elbows. It's got bicep rotation. Nothing at the wrists, unfortunately. It's got waist articulation due to the transformation. Legs can go forward that far. Back about that far. If you get these out the way, he's got knees. You do the splits. I think I forgot a step. But yeah, it's fine. You have to like untab. Yeah, like you have to untab these for the ankle posability, I think. But yeah. And these swivel. So yeah. And finally, for the ports and the feet, of course, you can plug in some blast effects if you want to make up for the lack of the chainsaws on the feet. So yeah. And that's pretty much all I have to say about this guy. So, complaints. Well, I mean, of course, there is the color mismatching, because it does remind me of Sunstreaker's color mismatching. Although, unlike Sunstreaker, it's not nearly as noticeable, and it's more in car mode. I also find the leg kibble a bit distracting. It's also sort of confusing when you're trying to transform him, and you sort of have to move it out of the way for knee articulation. But well, those are pretty much like the only things I'm noticing immediately. So, overall, I quite like this figure. Definitely an improvement over this. So, yeah. Because at least this guy can actually move his arms forward. So, do I recommend this guy? If you're a fan of Armada, then definitely. Because this is probably, in my opinion at least, the best hotshot figure that we've had so far for Armada, at least. Because, of course, Cybertron's definitely going to be the best. But for Armada hotshot, this is probably, in my opinion, the best one that we've had so far. I say so far, like they're going to be making another one. This is probably like the only one that they're going to be making for a couple of decades. But yeah, in my opinion, this is probably the best Armada hotshot figure that they've made. You might not agree with me, but I just think that this is a really nice figure. Even with like the color mismatching and the weird leg kibble. Again, I'm probably being biased because I do like Armada, but still. Well, this has been my review on Legacy Evolution Armada Hotshot. And this is Charlie Young, signing off.